Today I will talk about a book, and this book is the human body. And we will learn about things that we did not know before, and how things become inside our bodies that we don't not know about. Human Body book by Alex Renum, one of the Oxford books, divided into 13 chapters. I'll talk as much as I can about it, and I'll see my opinion at the end of the video. The beginning is on a summer day, and you are running. Your heart and lungs are working twice as hard as usual, and your blood is moving 5 times faster. You cannot stop suddenly, and the ball is approaching you. You ask yourself where you will. By after a moment, hundreds of muscles is your body move to push you in the air at a certain moment for the ball, and in the evening while you are sleeping, but your body will work hard to repair the demon, and you will do 1,000 things to live. And in 8 hours, your heart will beat 33 million times as you imagine. And in the morning, you will be in pain, but your body is ready for a new day. 2. Under your skin, there is an extraordinary web of organisms called cells, and they are very small, trillion living working parts. How your body works, and what happens when things go wrong. Stephen Wiltshire flew over New York City and stayed in the air for 20 minutes. Steve was making a 5.5 meters photo of Manhattan with the air of the Empire State Building and the Brooklyn Bridge and everything fit. 100 trillion live and working blocks. The left hemisphere of your brain feels and moves. Your right hand both sides are connected, and them along the nerves to the muscles in your legs. When you touch something, the signals travel through the nerves to your spinal cord and then to your brain. Nerves are made up of many neurons. Each neuron is just one cell. Some neurons start in your feet and end in the spinal cord 1 meter away. The brain does not stop working in sleep, and your senses do not stop either. The Mandarin firefighters were inside a burning hotel when bits of debris started falling. Your ears still hear sounds, but a part of the brain called the thalamus processes this information before it reaches the brain. As the travelers made their way through the building, everything around them was happening so slowly. The clues seemed like minutes. Their brains were giving them time to think, and they all got out alive. Number 1. Sight. Look at your eyes in the mirror. On a sunny day, your pupils are very small. But at night, your iris allows your pupils to open and become much larger. Surprisingly, the shapes and color of the irises differ from person to person. Light enters the eye through the cornea and then passes through the pupil. Other cells called cones science color. Hearing imbalance. Music begins to play. It's a winter night, and the chip of my ear helps my cut sound, and the eardrum begins to pop in and out. Vibration. Hide the eardrum. The three smallest points in my body, also vibrating. Each one is about the size of a piece of rice, but it vibrates 35 times more before it reaches the cortex, and nerve signals are transmitted to my brain. Dance teacher plays Tchaikovsky's music. Every time you hear a sound, your brain processes it. Have you heard this sound before? Where's this? Amazingly, your brain can recognize about 400,000 different sounds. Taste and smell. You buy hot coffee and sweet cake. Why does it taste and smell so good? Small groups of cells on your tongue called taste buds feel everything you eat. Babies have taste buds all over their mouth, but people lose most of it as they get older. The olfactory bulb can recognize about 10,000 different chemicals. The brain uses this information to determine what smell you smell. Nerves in your skin terminate to the receptors for hood at cold objects, pain, touch, and vibration. There are millions of these receptors all over your skin, but in places like your fingers. There are pain receptors in your body. At school, children are introduced to the five senses: sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. But you can feel many things inside your body. You feel thirsty and now wear your arms and legs without looking at them. So there are senses that you don't know either. A few years ago, in South Carolina, USA, an 11 years old boy was standing in the sports field when a ball hit him hard in the chest. His heart stopped and he fell to the ground. When you exhale your chest, forcing the air, it has carbon dioxide and it out the lungs. When you breathe in, muscles make the ribs move up, called the diaphragm contracts. The air tops called bronchioles, your left and right lungs, and smaller and smaller branches. As air travels through the trachea, it passes through the vocal cords. Number 5. Muscles and bone. At the 2012 London Olympics, American sprinter Matthew Mitchell Hart the starting shoes and jumped to his feet. Broken bone in his lower leg. Matthew cried in pain, but finishes the race spectacularly. How could he run on his broken leg? There are two types bones in the lower leg. Veins, arteries, and nerves pass through it. Thick bones have tissue called bone marrow in the center. The other bones and muscles around it. Sport meant you long into to finish the rest. For example, your skull protects your brain, your ribs protect your lungs, heart and bone marrow. Important because it produces white and red blood cells. The bone marrow produces about 2.4 million red blood cells every second in your life. People in many countries eat more food than they did 50 years ago. Your teeth break the food into smaller pieces. This is kills germs, makes the food softer. The inner lining of your stomach changes every 10 days to protect you from this acid. Hormones are chemical messengers that can reach every cell in your body. Hormones from a gland in your brain make you sleepy or alert. The hormones of other organs in your blood control things like how hungry you feel, what minerals are in your blood, or how your body fights germs. The deepest voices and the hair on their faces. Most hormones work slowly, sometimes over many years, but one important hormone, adrenaline, is different. It's produced by glands on top of your kidneys and works very quickly. In 2009, Jason ran towards the fire on the 28th floor. Smoke was rising everywhere, but suddenly he saw a woman lying on the ground, and Jason saved a woman's life. All over the world, people spend a lot of time and money, about $250 billion a year, on their skin, hair, and nails. But these parts of your body do much more than just help you look good. Your skin is the largest organ in your body. They protect you from chemicals, dirt, and too much light. Your skin helps control your body temperature, and it also contains many kilometers of cutaneous nerves. Paula Brands and Elise China are twins, but they didn't know it for 35 years. They loved the same music and books. They both wrote for their school newspapers and both studied film at university. And it goes on. The sisters finally meet and they realize that they are very much alike. Paula and Elise look alike because they have the same genes. Genes are like natural libraries information. In May 1996, bikewithers got lost in a terrible storm near the summit of Mount Everest. At 8,000 meters, there was not much oxygen to breathe. The temperature was minus 40 degrees Celsius. Slowly, Big got weaker and weaker, then he fell to the ground. Soon, he could not move his body at all, not even the blink. When some climbers found Pick, they thought he was dead, left him. But amazingly, after lying outside, he rose and descended from the highest mountain in the world. Daniel Ketch rides his bike through the streets of Long Beach, California. Monday morning, stops at traffic lights, waits, then he moves on. Morning traffic can be dangerous for anyone on a bike. But Daniel Ketch is blind. Of course, Daniel Ketch is very good at doing this. He enjoys swimming, dances well, and his brain uses sound from pictures of the world. We all know it is important to take care of our health, But how? Some people are healthier than others. Combine dangers to diet too fast or exercise too hard. Healthy eating. Eating too much is bad for you. But many people don't realize that eating too little is also dangerous. If you eat more than you need, your body will change the excess nutrients into fat. This fat remains under and around your skin, your members, and very dangerous to your health. My friend Kemal was born in Riddle, Turkey, but Kemal doesn't really feel like he's growing up. I am back swimming again, 73 years old. His eyes are soft brown and a gentle smile on a beach where he used to play as a kid.